Let's talk about the 2024 year of Heidethrowz and the current state of my brand. Twenty 2024 was a very interesting year. Not only did I grow as a person, but this channel grew exponentially, and I'm so grateful and thankful for that. Let's reflect and let's talk about this past year, and let's talk about the future of this channel. There are three main areas on this channel that we grew in this year. Firstly, product reviews. Secondly, vlogs and video. And thirdly, podcasts. So let's take some time to talk about each and every one, what we did in 2024, and then let's talk about what the future of each area looks like on this YouTube channel. Firstly, let's talk about product reviews. This past year, I was able to partner with many different types of baseball brands. And because of those partnerships, I was able to create a reach and engagement to a whole new audience that brought a variety of different types of people to this YouTube channel. But also, I was able to meet and interact with many of you online who I am so grateful for those experiences. I am excited to continue these brands, these partnerships, and look to build off of them in 2025. But most importantly, I'm really excited to continue to add new partnerships and new brands to this channel to showcase for all of you what each and every brand looks like in an honest and fair light. Now, as I sit here and reflect and look at a lot of the videos I created this past year, I've also begun to realize that not only is the ball glove niche so big and it's so diverse and there are so many different brands, but I also look at this as an opportunity to grow. And so because of this, I also want to keep expanding into other baseball equipment niches. In the past, I've done mainly baseball cleats and baseball gloves, but I'd also like to kind of expand and talk a little bit more about the products that I use in my training and that are helpful so that all of you have more information to think about when you go to purchase these specific products. I'm still learning the best way to market each and every one of these products for their specific niches. And because of this, you're probably going to see a lot more trial and error this year. I took a lot of risks last year with different types of content online. Some of it flopped and some of it did very well. And so I want to continue to take those risks and continue to build upon what I did well in 2024. But nonetheless, I will continue to strive and create the best content I can possible and really give my best showing when I go and create content for all of you. Those are some things that I really want to continue to build upon and just create authentic and really good videos that you, the consumer, can sit there and make a fully informed decision about. So we will continue to do that here in 2025, and we will continue to make good and promising content. Now, let's move on to my podcast series called On the Bump. This past year, I talked with a handful of individuals on my channel, On the Bump, and on my video podcast series. During my break at the end of November 2024, I made the decision of bringing back the podcast. In last year's State of the Channel, I talked about how I was kind of putting On the Bump, the podcast, on the shelf for a little while. But while I was taking my break at the end of November from content and really trying to look at things and how we can improve, I really thought about bringing back this podcast series and kind of pushing myself in a whole different direction. running a podcast takes a lot of work. And when I started it back in the early 2023, when I started the channel, I didn't really know a whole lot about podcasting. I didn't know how to market it very well. And so when I started to really think about how can I enhance my channel, I thought about bringing back the podcast. And so as you guys have already seen by now, we've had about 3 or 4 episodes of different guests and viewers, and I plan on continuing this in 2025. And so I plan on trying to release a video every 2 to 3 weeks of a good, fully informed podcast episode where it's just a conversation between me and another person in the baseball area about a specific topic related to baseball or something kind of in that area. I want to continue to do this. I think a podcast is a great way for you guys to kind of see a different part of me and kind of see me talk to other people, while also showcasing both of our personalities together. And so we will continue to do this in 2025, but at the same time, it's also going to be a lot of work and it's going to be a lot of time. So if you guys really like the podcast series, please comment down below. I'd love to see your guys' feedback. Is there any special guests that we can try and get on the podcast? I'd love to make that happen and showcase that for all of you. But I want to continue to enhance the podcast and really bring that to life. I think it could be a really good outlet for the baseball community and for the Heidethrowz community in general. So we're definitely going to be taking some steps forward with that. And at the same time, if interest grows enough and if the demand grows enough, we will start to put it on Spotify, Apple Music, or any of these other podcasting platforms to where all of you can just listen to it while you're in the car or doing something at home, so you don't necessarily have to watch the video. So really looking forward to that here in 2025. So I hope you guys will absolutely keep watching the video podcasts. I love doing them. I love meeting new people. So absolutely, guys, please keep up with the support. It's been awesome this last couple of months, just bringing on new people onto the channel. And so, yeah, guys, hope you guys continue to watch those videos. Specifically, though, I am really grateful to Jake Simpson, Jason Labrador, Jace Cash Vids, who have all been on the bump here recently. So really thankful for all of you guys to kind of share your platform to my community and really help me grow as a creator and as an individual. So thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate it. Finally, let's get to the third area, the Heidethrowz vlogs and the Road to 90 series. So as far as training has gone this past year, it hasn't exactly gone all according to plan whatsoever. As far as training has gone this past year, I said time and time again, oh, we're gonna hit 90 after X amount of time. And well, as you guys have seen on the channel, I've been humbled time and time again. While I have focused a lot of time on training and making myself physically a better athlete, I've learned more about who I am as a whole, as a pitcher, and how my body and my anatomy works. So those have been some really good things about 2024. And at the same time, we really haven't set any personal throwing records this year. So we've kind of regressed a little bit. And I think this is due to a variety of different reasons and challenges that happened this year. After getting a really bad case of arm tendonitis earlier last fall, I've really taken a lot of time to kind of grow and heal from this injury, but a combination of the tendonitis and having really bad lower body mechanics, this really hurt my velocity this past fall. And so that was pretty evident for most of the fall, having to heal myself from this injury and having to obviously create better movement patterns and better habits that I kind of developed at the end of last summer. And so a combination of both those things, I think, really didn't lead to any progression in the last 4 to 6 months. And so, yeah, it sucks. And yeah, it really isn't good, but I've taken a lot of time to reflect on this and really think about how we can get better because of these things. And so with increased body awareness and obviously having better routines and better ways to kind of manage my health, I think that those two things have really helped me. And I think also too, having more of an open mindset and just thinking about what other people say, because obviously not everything in the pitching world is going to be a one size fits all type of thing. And what I mean by that is there's a little bit of truth in what everyone says. So I think that taking all those things into account and really looking at me from a standpoint of, okay, this is how this person moves and this is how he moves in particular, I think that's really helped me grow my knowledge for the game of baseball and just how I can improve more physically. From having to spend September to December working back from this tendonitis and having to deal with trying to figure out how I'm going to get better, it was really hard, especially mentally. I'm a very goal-oriented person, so dealing with failure was something that I had to really overcome the last 3 to 4 months. And so I do think that it's made me into a better person, but at the same time, it is very challenging and it's very frustrating. So knowing what I know now, I've divided these things into some goals that have kind of helped change my perspective. So looking forward, here are the new goals for 2025. The first goal I've set for 2025 is to finish college on a high note. At the time I'm recording this video for all of you, this spring season is going to be my last semester in college, which means it is my last semester at Franciscan University playing college baseball. So obviously I've been in college for almost 4 years, but now this could be the end. And so if this is the end, we need to do absolutely everything we can to get better, to be the best baseball player humanly possible where I'm at. And also, we just need to finish college on a high note. There's been a lot of things that we've had to overcome and challenges in college, but this could be it. And so if this is it, we need to make sure that we're going out with no regrets. We left it all on the table and on the baseball field. And that's what I intend to do. So obviously I want to be the best version of myself, but I need to show that this is everything I got here, guys. This is everything I can do with where I'm at right now. I'd like to graduate college knowing that that's what I did. I left everything out. And if that's it for my career, that's it for my career. Now, our second goal for 2025 is to continue to compete and continue to train. After college, my opportunities will become very slim in the game, in the journey of baseball. And the bottom line is if I don't improve, I don't get another opportunity. I'd love to play pro ball more than anything. But the bottom line is I need to get my low 80s to high 80s. And I need to get my secondary pitches a lot more sharp than they already are. If this doesn't happen, then my career could end before it even begins. Now, where I'm at in my baseball journey is very interesting. I'm still relatively young for where I'm at. I'm massively underdeveloped as I've only been pitching for 2 years. I think because of these two things, that this next year could be a very, very successful year for me. If I can put it all together this year, I'm still on the younger side of things, and I can show that, obviously I have what it takes. And so that remains to be goal number 2. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This has to be it right here. For about half the year, I will not be in college. This is my last year. For a majority of this year, I will not be in college anymore. And it's going to require more hustle and more discipline if it means getting another opportunity to play at the next level. So we need to dial things in. We got to dial in training. We got to look for solutions, and we got to problem solve to an extent kind of quickly, because now the time is a little more urgent to continue to play baseball. Otherwise, I've got to call it a career. And goal number 3, get that opportunity. Like I said, I'm still young and I'm still underdeveloped. And so if I can accelerate that development and I can also stay healthy, I think that getting an opportunity at the next level within the next year is very, very possible. Yes, the odds are against me as I'm graduating from a Division III college, but at the same time, I think that if I put in the work and I put in the discipline and I work really, really hard, I think that I can at least get an opportunity or at least get a look. And that's all that I could probably ask for this year. But I definitely know that if I give it everything I've got for at least the next year, I can walk away from the game potentially, or I can retire knowing that, man, I gave it everything I had. I tried everything I could. It just didn't work out for me. And that's what I need to, at the end of the day, be able to say if I am going to hang it up. Now, let's talk about Heidethrowz, the YouTube channel overall. This past year, we created a lot of content, and it's been very exciting for the channel. And as you guys can see on screen, we have dominated the analytics by far. So again, thank you to everyone who subscribed and who's been watching the videos and supporting me on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I cannot have done this without you guys. But based on these analytics, I think it's very possible that we can surpass all these numbers in 2025. 2025 will be a legendary year. And I think from what we have learned in 2024, we can take it as far as we can go this next year. 2024 has lit a fire in me, and I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can, not only on the field, but also off the field, and with this channel, making it the best that it can become. But once again, thank you to all of you, and thank you for being on this journey. We're going to continue to get better here in absolutely every aspect that we can do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And here's to a good 2025.